My teacher always told us that she didn't know any introverts with no friends until she met me. Of course, I wouldn't tell her that I had no friends. I had to keep my head up, smile, and play it cool, just like the others, until I realized that everybody else was doing the exact same thing. This discovery led me to a 3-step framework that monks have proven rewires your brain to overcome loneliness in just 8 minutes. While most videos tell you to just put yourself out there or join a club, I'm going to be sharing a completely different approach. No small talk, no awkward social events, just an ancient, science-backed method that gets to the root of loneliness. This first step I'm about to share with you has been the most impactful throughout my whole journey. Now imagine you're a phone that's constantly plugged into a charger. Over time, your battery gets weaker and weaker and weaker because it never learns how to hold a charge on its own. The moment that you plug the charger out of the socket, it only takes about 3 minutes before the phone goes to 19% again. And just like that, if you always depend on others for your happiness, like a phone stuck to a charger, you never learn how to generate it from within. Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh always says,
The way out is in.
and the truth is, you won't always have people to surround you. So instead of covering up the loneliness with distractions that made me even feel more lonely, like watching anime or playing video games, I had to learn to become comfortable with my own skin. What's wrong with being lonely? We are perfectly, completely human. I feel it too, and it's okay. Because whether people are there or whether people are not there, and people won't always be there, I learned how to create my own happiness within me without relying on any external factor. Sure, I'm lonely. Sure, I'm alone. Sure, there's nobody here. But I'm alive. I have a breath. I have a body. I have a mind. I have 2 legs. I can swim. I can dance. I can jump. And so when's the last time we spent 5 minutes of our waking hours just alone? And as an actionable step for this video, just spend 5 minutes today. No phone, no distractions, no music, no social media. Go for a walk, go journal, go do whatever you want. Pay attention to what you feel. The goal isn't to fight loneliness, but to become comfortable with a feeling. And I want you to do this right now. Set a timer for 5 minutes, and by right now, I mean yes, right now. And if you don't do this, this entire video will be absolutely useless because you're not going to take the action. So pause the video, and before returning, please do your 5 minutes of silence. This will help you a lot. But destroying loneliness doesn't stop there, because the second tip I'm about to share with you is so simple, yet also the most overlooked. Alright, picture this. Chad Traveler books a flight from Ohio to Rome to finally meet his long-distance Italian waifu, W. Riz. And he does this in order to pray for the sick pope. But there's a problem. He's packed like he's moving countries. Dude's carrying so much luggage that TSA's side-eyeing him like, so big brain move. Instead of throwing all of the luggage away, he gives them to a homeless guy outside of the airport. Now he flies stress-free while the homeless guy gets a brand new drip upgrade. Win, win. Moral of the story? Loneliness is like emotional baggage. The more you hold on to selfishness, grudges, and me-first kind of thinking, the harder it is to connect. You end up like the guy stuck at the airport, weighed down by your own load. But when you give some of yourself away, you become lighter. That's why the second step of this video is to be generous. As the Dalai Lama said, if you want to be happy, you must cultivate a calm mind. And such peace of mind is brought about only by a compassionate attitude. I feel like in our modern days, generosity has turned into some kind of business deal. Relationships, friendships, and even love, everything now comes with kind of a price tag. The first question that we often have in our minds is, what can I get from you? And if there's nothing to take, they leave. Even spirituality is sold in neat little packages. Pay this much and you will be enlightened. They have turned even the highest aspects of human existence into mere transactional benefits. And I must ask, what has this mindset created? Well, we can see it right now. It created a world where everybody feels empty, where no amount of deals, where no amount of wealth, no endless swiping on screens can fill the void within us. And they don't understand that life is not a marketplace, because the most valuable things cannot be traded. They can only be experienced. So we must step out of this nonsense. Because the moment we put a price on everything, we have already lost the very essence that makes life meaningful. And so today, do one act of generosity. Not for cloud or karma or anything else, but to lighten your own load and reconnect with the world. And the Buddha says that intention is the most important. So you can start small, but without that compassionate attitude inside of you, then you won't get the benefits of the practice. So make sure to have a pure intention. So now that we've fixed the generosity problem for you, let's talk about the third and last mistake that's making you lonelier than a Twitter user with a hot take on politics. First of all, welcome to the unfiltered section. If you're watching this video right now, that means you have top 1% attention span. So many people have probably most likely clicked out of this video already, but you are still here. Now, in our modern day, AI girlfriends have become so advanced that many people are now leaving real relationships for chatbot waifus. But deep down, we all crave real connection built through human effort, not automation. Because the world isn't made of pixels and code, it's made of people. And so the more that we see the invisible bonds in our lives, the less lonely we will feel. And that's why the last step of this video is about embracing interconnectedness. Everything we eat, use, and experience exists because of the efforts of countless other people. And in economics, Adam Smith calls this the invisible hand. For example, let's take this pillow over here. This pillow is a lovely pillow. I like to lie down on it when I'm going to bed. But the fiber that this pillow is made out of, or whatever it's called, I'm not an expert at this, I'm sorry. The fabric is made by somebody else. Let's say factory workers in Tibet. There are a lot of other factors. There's the people who send this pillow from Tibet to the Philippines, people who create the different designs. If there weren't any designers, if there's no sun, then these people won't be able to thrive. So we can see that everything is just this dynamic interplay that connects and connects and connects until what we have right now is what we are and what is. And so Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh says, "We are all the leaves of one tree. We are all the waves of one sea."
We are all the leaves of one tree. We are all the leaves of one tree. The time has come for all to live as one. We are all the leaves.
This means that while we may appear as separate individuals, just like distinct leaves or distinct waves, we are all fundamentally connected and are part of a greater whole. And the actionable step for this part is to practice gratitude for the connections that you already have. Send a heartfelt message to somebody that you appreciate, even if you haven't spoken for a while. A simple thinking of you message can remind you that you're part of something bigger. Now, of course, there are literally dozens of loneliness destroyers that I've yet to cover in this video. And that's why we have our Discord server going over all of these destroyers, showing more ancient techniques, and breaking down the teachings of the Buddha in order to apply it to daily life. Literally taking you under our wing, ensuring your success, making sure you're never lonely ever again, etc., etc. And we're giving it away completely for free. All you need to do is click in the link down in the description for instant access. As always, live in the now, because tomorrow may never come. Bye bye.